Well, I want to build a fountain here, and I'm going to film it as I go. It's a little risky filming something where I've never really built a fountain before, but anyway, some things to explain. I do not excavate here unless I absolutely have to because of the archaeological record that's underneath. So this fountain will basically be built on a pile of rocks. I've used these bricks, which I got, if you followed the course, you know I got those bricks for almost nothing. And I've laid them out basically level. Now I'm going to take them off and I'm going to put 1B on. This is 2B. And these stones, these bigger stones, I'll use them as a retaining wall. Well, that's sort of a little retaining wall. We'll see where it goes. I established a center. That stake is the center, and I also figured out that those blocks that I'm going to use for the walls are meant to be 2 foot, a 4 foot circle on the inside, a 6 foot circle on the outside. We'll see where it goes. All right, to be continued. Okay, I've set the bricks back off. That didn't take long, 15 minutes. The bricks that are still there, I had put there to help to establish level. And I'm going to cover them now with 1B. These function a little bit like mini retaining walls. That bed of 1B is pretty much level. It's pretty good, and it's the right size too. Now I've laid the square on there because I'm lining this up with that building. There's an axis, that's the blacksmith shop, and there's an axis that goes through here. Oh, there's a cat. Up through the sawmill. I laid that off on the same axis all the way through to the woods from an older village that was here. Now the bed spring, or the bed rails. I think of my neighbor who said Frank never does something simple that can be made complicated. I'm going to bury them. I'll just tell you right now, so that I can use the weight of the fountain to hold down a windmill if I decide to put it on top. I'm not sure if I have those in quite the right spot. I probably don't. But anyway, that's the idea. And I'm about to pull that pin, that antique nail. It's done its service. Okay, let's stop and take a look here. The middle square, I'll have to relay them and bring with a little bit more 1B underneath them to make them level. And I realized I can finally break the joints. I couldn't really do that before, but here I can, and I certainly will promptly there. Okay. And I left the pin in, the nail in. I couldn't bring myself just yet to take it out. Well, I pulled the pin, and there I have it. That's center square. I've decided I'm going to leave it because I'm going to cover everything with 1B, and that will be finally what everything lays on. Here's that nail that I was using to mark the center. Well, we'll see what it looks like once it's covered with 2B and swept. I guess that's it for today. I'm thinking a lot about putting sand on top of that. There's another material that I haven't used very much called dust, limestone dust. I do have a bucket of that, but I have a lot of sand. And I usually don't use sand because it runs through and runs away, but it won't here, so it might make it really smooth. So I may tomorrow. But we'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll be putting the walls up.